Welcome back to the channel, covering Vchain today. And if you remember, over the last few updates, we've been suggesting that we need to protect this new level of support, 411. We've had multiple days of attempting to lose it today and yesterday. But if we're not closing beneath this point or even the 618, we're looking for breaks to the upside. Now, I'm starting to get excited. Of course, I have a bias, and I'm going to maintain a bias while certain supports are being maintained, but I also have to look the other way always and be prepared for the other scenario, which I have been doing with you guys daily. And we know that if 411 is lost, 4111 is lost, then we're starting to come down a little bit further. But I'm going to maintain the bullish bias, or that we could continue going up from this current price point as long as this low is being maintained. This is what you'd be understanding. And if you're taking a summary from my last videos, that is what you would know, that it's the low down over here because we created wicks underneath the 618. Although 618 is where we want to be closing above, we have got the closes above that point. And due to these wicks being formed on that very first day down here at 411, we now know that a close underneath the 618 is not enough to get bearish continuation. In fact, it needs to lose these two levels now. So you now create a new level of support going forward. And so it's just pretty much showing you that's like that there's double support here, right? There's this orange line is acting as support, and then this blue area is acting as support. Please do understand that the top is resistance though. When we approach this area, it is resistance. This is simply why when we got to this 64% gain with the leverage we were using, essentially brought us from this inverse head and shoulders breakout, a 567% return. It was at that exact gain and price that we I'm going to show you on the screen. That was the exact price we closed 75% of our position. Why? Because we're at key level of resistance that usually, and what we should truly expect from this level, is a huge rejection, at least coming back down to the fib level below, a 20% minus. Now, when you add about 9x leverage on top of minus 20%, it is looking very ugly. So how do we avoid this potentially from happening? Keep in your mind that we could just continue going up. And so that's why I've still kept myself exposed to this position, not closing it fully, just in case, as it has developed and setting out new levels of support, just in case these new levels of support maintain. I've left 25% in, kept that exposure, because we are truly, and since this breakout down over here, and even before we bottomed out, we were calling for much higher price targets. I'm now on the weekly time frame. Guys, what I would say is that if you can get the paid for trading view, please use the 5-day. I'm going to use the weekly because this is what most of you guys, of course, are using, and you can't access the 5-day on the free version. Use the free trial if you want, but our main focus right now, as I've removed all the drawings, is looking at this point of resistance right over here. We've been discussing this since all the way back down here around August, September, October time of last year. And we were suggesting that one day we're going to see Vchain at 3 cents, and then 4 cents, and then 5 cents. And it's all come true, guys, but along the way, no one wanted to hear it. But finally, if you give me enough time, guys, you understand what I'm saying is not a bunch of bollocks. Why? Because I'm using the Fibonacci's. And if you really believe that what I'm saying is not true, then you don't have a problem with me, you have a problem with the Fibonacci. And that's something that you need to deal with, because I'm just a messenger here, and I've been using the Fibonacci's for over 5 years. And so with the information that I've learned, with the facts that I know, and the paths that I've worked out with the Fibonacci's, I know that from this point down over here, there was a level of resistance in the way, this high, and if we broke that high, which is pretty much just flipping the 20 moving average back into support, that we would eventually see 3 cents. And I also have been saying since that point down there, once we do break out of this 3 cent high, that we will see 9 cents. It just takes months and months and months of you hearing it every single day, going crazy because Louis is saying the exact same thing daily, and it's just not coming true. But eventually, months and months and months down the line, it all comes true. So this is why we do believe that Vchain will eventually continue higher. Whether it comes down a little bit more, whether it holds that 4111 low, we're eventually expecting higher. This is why I've kept exposure to my position, but also understanding that where I took some significant profits was a key level of resistance. If we're going to this point that we are retracing to, using this Fibonacci from the point we are currently retracing to all the way back down to our bear market bottom, it is showing that where we are at, where I did secure a lot of my position and the whole of the Discord community gaining that 570% gain in just over a week, it was at a previous and during the beginning stages of the bear market, a key level of support. So I know that if we want to get out of this bear market, we need to make higher highs, which we have done, but also reclaiming key supports of the bear market, breaking out of key highs out of the bear market. And so once we have flipped this area in support, which is the process that is going on right now for Vchain, hold 4,111, and we will just get this continuation back up to this high, bringing a further gain from today's current price of a 100%. But guys, if you've been following me for long enough, we've been buying since over here, we've been buying since over here, and we've been buying back down over here at each one of these three lows. And I'm not BSing you guys, I'm telling you the truth. You can, if you want, you can go back to the YouTube videos from October, from September, from August, from June, July, and you will also see that we called 3 different bullish divergences down at these price points. The final one coming in over here. So just for the benefit of the doubt, I'm not even going to measure it from down here for the haters. I'm going to measure it from the third and final one that we called, and we are currently up 170%. But this was not only given free on the YouTube, but also every single day and being mentioned in the Discord community. It's all about being early, and we strive for that in the chat. This is why there's so many gems that you're now seeing on the YouTube coming about, but that were already in the chat for months and months and months, and the chat already doing 5x, 10x on these coins. Look at this gain, a 448% gain instead of a potential only 100% gain. Guys, would you rather a 5x or a double? It's down to you. Join the community, links down below. It's only $25 a month. It enables me to keep bringing you this content, and if you want further exclusive content such as live streams, join me there soon. Cheers.